We've been working really hard on the Velveteen Rabbit play. The theme of this play is that you can always pretend something is real, but you have to love it for it to be really real.
Looking for what?
Welcome to the Velveteen Rabbit. We hope you enjoy the show.
There was once a Velveteen Rabbit, and in the beginning he was really splendid.
For at least 2 hours, the boy loved it. And then the aunts and uncles came to dinner.
And there was a great rustling of tissue paper and unwrapping of parcels. And in the excitement of looking at all the new presents, the Velveteen Rabbit was forgotten. He was naturally shy, and being only made of velveteen, some of the more expensive toys quite snubbed him. The skin horse outlived longer the nursery than any of the others.
What is real?
You become. It takes a long time. Because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except the people who don't understand.
The rabbit sighed. He thought it would be a long time before this magic called real happened to him.
Here, she said, take your old bunny. He'll do to sleep with you.
At first, he found it rather uncomfortable, for the boy hugged him very tight.
But very soon, he grew to like it, for the boy used to talk to him and made nice tunnels for him under the bedclothes like burrows that real rabbits lived in.
And so time went on, and the little rabbit was very happy.
So happy that he never noticed how his beautiful velveteen fur was getting shabbier and shabbier.
Spring came, and they had long days in the garden, for wherever the boy went, the rabbit went too.
And once the boy was called away suddenly to go out to tea, and the little rabbit was left out on the lawn until after dusk.
Had to come look for him with the candle because the boy could not go to sleep unless he was there. Fancy all that fuss for a toy. He isn't a toy. He's real. Nana noticed it next morning when she picked him up and said, I declare, if that old bunny doesn't have quite a knowing expression.
One evening, while the rabbit was lying there alone, watching the ants that ran to and fro between his velvet paws in the grass, he saw 2 strange beings creep out of the tall bracken near him.
Why don't you get up and play with us? One of them asked. I don't feel like it, said the rabbit. He hasn't got any hind legs.
He isn't a rabbit at all. He isn't real.
I am real, said the little rabbit. I am real. The boy said so. And he nearly began to run.
Oh, dear, he thought. Why did they run away like that? Why couldn't they stop and just as much.
He didn't mind how he looked to other people because the nursery magic had made him real, and when you are real, shabbiness doesn't matter.
And then, one day, the boy was ill. It was a long, weary time, for the boy was too ill to play, and the little rabbit found it rather dull with nothing to do all day long.
But he snuggled down patiently and looked forward to the time when the boy should be well again.
And presently the fever turned, and the boy got better. They had carried the boy out to the balcony, wrapped in a shawl, and the little rabbit lay tangled up among the bedclothes, thinking. The room was to be disinfected, and all the books and toys that the boy had played with in bed must be burnt. Hooray, thought the little rabbit. Tomorrow we shall go to the seaside. That, said the doctor, why, it's a mass of scarlet fever germs. Burn it at once. And so the little rabbit was put into a sack with old picture books and a lot of rubbish. And while the boy was asleep, dreaming of the seaside, the little rabbit lay among the old picture books in the corner behind the foul house, and he felt very lonely. For what use was it to be loved and lose one's beauty, to be real, if it all ended like this?
And a tear, a real tear, trickled down his little shabby velvet nose and fell to the ground.
For where the tear had fallen, a flower grew out of the ground. And presently the blossom opened, and out of it there stepped a fairy. I am the nursery magic fairy. Wasn't I real before? You were real to the boy because he loved you. Now you shall be real to everyone. Run and play, little rabbit.
But the little rabbit sat quite still for a moment and never moved.
He did not know when the fairy kissed him that last time she had changed him altogether.
And before he thought what he was doing, he lifted his hind toe to scratch it. And he found that he had hind leg. He was a real rabbit at last, at home with the other rabbits. Autumn passed in winter, and in the spring, when days grew warm and sunny, the boy went out to play in the wood behind the house. And while he was playing, two rabbits crept out from the bracken and peeked at him.
He looks just like my old bunny that was lost when I had scarlet fever.
But he never knew it was his own bunny, come back to look at the child who had first helped him to be real. Students will want to share their writing about the season.
Tis the season. This season is the best. It's a time to get new toys and presents. If you look on your Christmas tree, you will find one good feeling. Many people have a decorated Christmas tree. I'm loving this season.
'Tis the season for Christmas trees and good smells. 'Tis the season for new things. There's a new month, a new year, a new good book. 'Tis the season for good improvement, better times. I just think there are so many good things about this season.
This season is about lots of things. First, this season is about slowing down and seeing family and friends. You should not get so busy. Next, this season is about giving. I love to give presents to my family. I really like to give. Lastly, this season is about being thankful. Being thankful is a kind of tradition in my family. I am planning to write a book about that. This season is really an exciting season.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Now we will give lunch treats.